Hey, hi, this is Vishal. Today's topic is DDoS attack and prevention. So, what is DDoS attack? DDoS attack is distributed denial of service attack. And it is an attack that is made on the website or the server to the lower the performance of intentionally. So, look at there. There is an attacker and he is doing DDoS attack on target server. So there are number of users. We call them attacker as well. Okay, so maybe they are virtual or the actual attackers. So they having the groups of attackers, and that attackers will do some activities like DOS attack activities and targeting a single server or single website. For what purpose? To shut down or down the performance of target system. Target server may be website or server. Okay, so attackers will try to do denial of service attack. So multiple of computer are used for this. These multiple computer attacks, the targeted websites or server with the DOS attack. As this attack is performed through a distributed network, it is called as distributed denial of service attack. Okay, let me show you. In this another case, attackers may compromise number of systems and hacker or attacker may deploy a botnet on compromised system. Okay, that is attached nodes. The attackers already hacked 10 systems. How? That is a different thing. Okay, but attackers already hack. Attacker hack and deploy some applications on all systems, which we call botnet. So botnet means what? The person, attacker, a single person can control number of systems. Attacker can instruct to that all system. Whatever attacker want, attacker can send the instruction to all system, and that all system look like a bot. It is on the control under the control of attacker, not actually the owner of that system. Owner of system don't having the idea about somebody is controlling their systems. Okay, so now what happened? Attacker is initiate the attacks using the control server, and it will give the instructions like shut down the system or victim or make the you know that server or website performance lower. So that is a DDoS attacks. A DOS botnet attack is pretty straightforward. It gives command to the control server, and the control server issues a task command to each of the individual nodes which is affected, or the affected device, or we can say like infected devices in a botnet. They in the turn send the attacks traffic to the target. Simple. Okay, like that. So let me show you how that attacks happen and what are the actual attackers use the tool. Slow is a tool which is used to shut down, or which is used to do the DDoS attacks. Slow is available in Linux systems. You can download the Slow using the GitHub tool. So what is a Slow? It's a tool is used to make DOS attacks or DDoS attacks. It is a used to make the server down. And what are the feature? The feature is like it send the authorized HTTP traffic to the server. It doesn't affect the other services and ports on the target network. Okay, and this is attacks try to keep the maximum connection engaged with those are the open. So what happened here using the slow is attacks, you are sending the HTTP traffic to particular target system and sending the traffic like me. So suppose I'm a normal visitor and I want to open google.com in my browser. So what I'm going to do here, just sending the request to Google, open google.com. So the genuine request will send to the Google. Okay, Google will respond me back, showing me a display the Google home page basically. But if what I'm done here, I'm sending the request like open the Google page, frequently and fastly. Google server will be response me if the performance is good of Google server, then it will response me back good. But if I'm doing it from the multiple system, and speed is a fast multiple system and doing a very fast frequently, so Google server might be responding slow because it want to give to all reply, to all. You want to Google server want to give the reply to all request, but request is fast and too much, then Google server may be confused whom to give the response fast, and the performance may be then down. For example, if I open number of application in my PC, sometime later my PC is getting slow or lag. That is the reason of my RAM is not good, and my PC performance will be down. That is like the DDoS attack is happen. We are sending number of requests to the server or website, and server will getting down or slower, like that. Slowly is used like for to do that things. How to use Slowry? Look, I use Kali system, and you can download Slowries using a pip command as well. Pip3 install and a Slowries. Slowries command like this. Okay, so it is already installed in my system. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just typing Slowries and enter. So how to use Slowries? Look, Slowries -agent. So many things is here. So positions, yeah, the arguments is what host to perform the trace test on. Okay, there are another arguments as well. So I'm typing here like google.com and enter. So now what happened? I'm attacking on google.com to shut down google.com. So it is not good, not good idea. Okay, they might be having some issues or may having some issues because I'm doing this from my actual IP address or my on the home router. So this is actually DDoS attacks. Google maybe detect this and they make me in blacklisted. Why? I will teach you how. So Google maybe my no add the rules like this IP address is tried to do DDoS attack. So make sure that IP address in a blacklist. Okay. So when I try to open later, when I try to open google.com, I'm not able to open google.com because why? I attempted DDoS attacks from my IP address, this IP address. Okay. So Google will not allow you to respond to you back. Okay. So I'm not doing the same thing. But yeah, this happened. Okay. Whether I type here vincacyber.com and enter. Now what happened? Vincacyber.com will be, attempt to do DDoS attacks because of I'm attempting slowly attacks on vincacyber.com. Now if I make like doing the same things till 1 hour or 50 minutes, maximum 50 minutes from a single terminal till May, I will getting the block. How to stop that blocking? You can do slowly attacks, or there is another tools which we call the golden eye, which is not detecting by a firewall or any other things. So in that case, attacks will be performed good. But for shut down a system, okay, for shut down a system, you need to open number of tab, okay, and a single system as well. Also do the same thing from different PC. Okay, that is called botnet or attackers, maybe a group of attackers. Like we are a 10 people and the 10 PC. So with 10 people will do Slurry's attack from our 10 system. So increasing the attacks, okay, on the single target, that is a helpful to do to task DDoS attacks. Simple. So I'm just stopping this. I don't want to shut down my vincacyber.com website. This is our organization website. Okay. So if I type here vincacyber.com, okay. So it's now in a good performing. Okay, not having any issues. All right, good. Not bad. Thank you. So what is next? Then another thing is what golden GoldenEye HTTP denial of service tool. It is a simple but effective DDoS attacks or DOS attacks tool. It also developed by the Python for the testing DOS attack, but people also use it a hacking tool. So before no try to explain me a GoldenEye and all, let me complete the Slurry things. Okay, the Slurry one. So now I install Slurry using this command, right? Like pipe3 install Slurries, and then I use a Slurries command and attack target system name. Okay, so now you can download from GitHub as well. Just typing a Slurry in GitHub. Like Slurry page, GitHub repository page will be displayed here. What is slurry.py? It's a simple Slurry in a Python, like the code of that Slurry is in a Python. So we started making a lot of HTTP requests to particular target. So we send the header periodically every 15 seconds. It keeps the connections open. So we never close the connection unless the server does so. So if the server close the connection, we create a new one and keep doing the same thing. So this exhausted the server thread pool and the server can't be replied to other people, right? Right, that's all. How to install it? Here, look at two methods. First is what I show you, like using the pipe3 install and Slurry, and then another is Slurry and your target. So this is for to install and this is for to execute. Okay, don't do pipe3 every time. Once it install, it's okay, done. Next time you can only do stories example.com and done. Okay. Another method is what? Like just copy that URL, git clone, HTTP and that things. Like if I copy this, I already done this in my terminal. Okay. Look, I already downloaded Slurries here using git clone command. Let's see cd and Slurry. Here is some file setup.py and slurry.py. You can execute like this file using a Python and Slurry and Vinca cyber.com. Execute. Yeah, it's working. Let's stop it. All right. So that's all. Simple. Right. So this is a Slurry. What is a GoldenEye? GoldenEye also the same tool. Okay. But it is used for DOS attacks tools. You can use these tools on number of systems and you can do DOS attacks easily, right? So now we done what as a DDoS attack. We know which tools we use to do DDoS attack. Okay, fine. Now time to say stop DDoS attacks using what tool? There are the tool name is RxSmarts and Cloudflare. So detection and prevention of DDoS attacks or denial of service attacks is a DOS attack is very dangerous, okay, for the organization. So it is important to know and how a setup for the preventing one defense against DOS attacks involving detecting and then blocking of fake traffic. So I already talked about the traffic. Whether I am searching for the google.com on browser, that is a genuine traffic. But the same traffic, if I requesting Google, open google.com, that is a fake traffic, on the same system, on the same IP address, are asking for the google.com, rapidly and frequently. That is a fake request. So prevention means what? Just stop that request, block that traffic. Who block that things? A firewall. A more complex attacks is hard to block actually, but there are the few methods that we can use to block a normal DOS attacks. Okay, the easiest way is to use firewall with allowed and deny rule. So firewall is use a packet filtering, right? It is allowed or deny the traffic. In simple case, attackers come from the small number of IP address if suppose my IP address is 192.168.1.2 and I am attacking on google.com. Google understood that IP address is trying to do attack. Then Google will block my IP address easily. Simple, right? And later when I am trying to do attacks, then I am not able to, I will not success to do DDoS attacks. And later, whether I do genuine traffic, I want to Google, then also Google will not allow me because I am now in a blacklisted. My IP address is in a blacklisted, so it's not available for me now. So firewall will be block your IP address using the allow and deny because I attempted number of requests to Google. Okay, so you can detect those IP address and then add a block rule in the firewall easy. But this method will fail in some case. Why? We know that firewall comes at very deep level inside the network hierarchy. Okay, so a large amount of traffic may affect the router before the reaching the firewall. Okay, so Racksmart is a base blocking for all the types of DOS attacks. So Racksmart use benefit of having a data center, or they can block IP address or a DDoS attacks. Okay, so it is a DOS central are located statically across the globe, and a feature is 1 TB per second plus IP block backbone capacity. It can detect the cleans all types of attack ranging from the layer 3 to layer 7. Okay, network layer to application layer. The tools is further aid in the capability or capabilities by the intelligence DDoS attacks or DDoS mitigations algorithm that ensure all your applications remain protected from DOS attacks. Okay, so this tool is used to protect from DOS attacks. Simple. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. Another is what? Let's see. If I am looking for google.com from my system, so actually what happened, the request will send to the DNS server, and the DNS server here is a google.com website, and here they attach IP address like 192.168.1.2. So here in another place there is a server, and the server IP address is 192.168.1.2 something. Okay, so what happened here? Actually, a DNS server will send the user back in our response IP address. Now, visitor or the normal person having the IP address of google.com, now we will directly send that request to the actual server. That is a normal thing happening of DNS server. So normal user know the IP address of your server. What happened here? He will try to do DDoS attacks. Okay, what DDoS attack? Now, like using the Slurry or the Golden Eye, he will send a number of requests to here on this IP address. So the performance will be lower, and the lower and lower, and one time the server will be down because number of requests will send in by the attacker. Attacker having the IP address, attacker will say to the his friend attacks on that IP attack. Okay, so that server will be down. Okay, but now what I want to do here? Okay, I want to do a clean DDoS attacks preventions. How? There are a number of tools. One of is like what we talk about a Racksmart. Another is Cloudflare. Cloudflare means what? It make the protection. It gives you a fake IP address that is not like your server IP address. So in between DNS, you can select when you search for google.com, a DNS will give you the Cloudflare IP address, not your actual server IP address. Okay, so this is the difference. So now once Cloudflare IP address getting by the user, so whether user want to attacks on that Cloudflare IP address, that Cloudflare IP address cannot give attackers actual server IP address. So it is protecting your server. So it will not do the DDoS attack on actual your server IP address or on your actual server. Simple. That is a Cloudflare issues. Okay, I hope you understood the DDoS attacks. What we done, we just see DDoS attacks. Okay, botnet, and then tools which we can use like Slowly for DDoS attacks. Another tool is Golden Eye. This is a simple tool. You can do Google, download the repository of Golden Eye and follow it. Simple. Okay. And the next is countermeasures, like how to detect DDoS attack. There are Racksmarts and Cloudflare. Okay. So Cloudflare is the best way to protect from your system. Protect from DDoS attack to your system. So here is a unmatched DDoS attacks protection. Cloudflare has 100 TB per second network blocks, an average of 87 billion threats per day, including some of the largest DDoS attacks in the history. Okay, so it built for the network infrastructure, and the Cloudflare magically transits, provide the BGP based DDoS protection. BGP, IGP. Okay, like network, it's a huge network. And industry is leading the DDoS mitigations also. Like Cloudflare has been recognized as a leader by the both Forrester and the ITS. You can search what is a Forrester and the ITS. Okay, so I hope so you understood the DDoS attacks. And the conclusion, DDoS attacks means what? Make sure your target's system website is shut down. You are not hacking. You are shut down the performance of your target system. Simple as. I hope so you understood. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Okay, thank you.